Oh my goodness. I just love, love, love when my clients take actions. I just love it. So I'm working with this good friend of mine, publishing a book that's coming out here very shortly. And we went this was a book that it's a true life story that happened, true event that happened 20 years ago. And then she's finally getting it into a book. She finally finished it. She wrote it. Now it's up on Amazon. It's in pre-order, and soon here, the hard copies will be released. So it's a pretty big deal for her, and it's a big deal for her family because this is like something that they've been working through for 20 some years. And as we started talking about this book, not only she was quickly implementing the things that we're talking about, but she went even faster than I ever expected. So we're talking about the book, and then we're talking about like just life in general, like where she sees herself after this book. I said the book is never just a book. That's what I want to tell you. A book is never just a book. A book can be many thing and anything that you want it or let it be. So from her book, as we exchange messages on Messenger, we talked about how she has all those gifts and skills that she can monetize, that she can not just monetize for as for a financial benefit, but so that actually helps others as well. So from that, she's someone I've been doing a lot of things for years, but I never saw herself as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. Well, guess what? From just starting to work with me and getting that book out. The book is now, as I'm doing this video, the book is actually going to be released in like 8 days. But as we're working for her book, she now has she's now started setting up her business. She she revamped her. Actually, she didn't even have a website; she only had a blog. So we talked about that. It's like, well, there's all these gifts and talents that you can turn into a business. So how about turning that blog into a website and then promote the things that you're good at, the things that all the ways that she could serve. And guess what? She took action on that. Now she has a full website that has sub pages for her writing, for her speaking, and all the things that she knows she's good at. And not just yet. And then we talked about, I said, well, you've been doing videos here and there, a lot of Facebook lives, and she spoke as one of my online summits. I said, those videos, you can actually put them on YouTube and have a YouTube channel so people can also access it that way. And in addition to that, she was already recording videos for her book launch. I said, those videos, you can repurpose them again for your YouTube channel. And guess what? She went ahead and did it. And then we continue talking about the whole business idea, and she realized that, yes, she has a lot to offer. And this week, or she reached out, no, last week, she reached out to someone, start doing more research about how to become a small business owner, how to establish, a small business. And she has filled out the application. She's setting up all the legal things in the background that needs to happen. And then that it doesn't stop there. As we start talking, and I'm like, well, you realize, yes, the speaking and the training is all good, and the writing and the editing stuff, the skills that she has, they're all good. But you have so much life experience that others need to, that you learn about from, that others can benefit from as well. And she was already serving people in her current job and loves her job. But there's other people that she could be serving who are not connected to her job, that she could use the same skills that she's using. So I talked to her about, what, maybe, if you're open to it, you can look into coaching, learning how to be a coach and getting credentialed to how to be a coach. And guess what? She took me on it. She took me on it. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. We had this very late conversation one night, and I shared the link with her with an agency organization that has a very good life coaching certification program. And guess what? She signed up. Yep, yep, yep. She signed up. And so I shared it just to tell you, her idea was a book. She came to me for a book, or maybe I should say I came to her for a book. She told me how she was almost done writing this thing. She's gonna push through and get it done. I'm like, we have to get this done. We, instead of putting it off for another year, How about you finish it? We'll, get, she already has someone who could edit and all that. Say then get it to me. We'll get it published, and we set dates and something that she's been modeling for a while, for a few years. We were able to get it planned and published in less than 3 months. I think we started talking back in beginning of July, maybe. No, it was maybe in June, and now her book is coming out in August. So actually, in 2 months, no, pretty in 2 months, the book. It just took 2 months to get that book from manuscript to bestseller. Actually, it took less than 2 months to get to bestseller. When we put the book on pre-order, the very same day, even if it was just a few hours after it went for pre-order, the book hit so many categories on Amazon as a bestseller, number one bestseller. So all that to say, from the book idea that she had, I think it's actually a real life story that she's sharing. But from getting that book out and being willing to let someone walk with her on that journey and coach her and mentor her, she went from having a book to having a website, having a YouTube channel. Are you listening to this? Enrolling in a coaching program, registering yourself as a business owner, starting to establish that. And guess what? The book is not even out yet. Yes, as we're talking, the official book launches in 8 days. So in the past 2 months, before even the book came out, she accomplished all of that. And now guess what? The book sets a platform. Like the book is never just a book. So what about you? What is that book that you have written and you have not done anything with it? How can you grow from that book, or how can you grow the book itself and serve more people? I've used my own books and turned it into coaching programs, into courses, into live workshops. What are you doing with your book? Have you written it? If it's written, what else can you do? Where else can you grow because of that book, or even grow the book itself so that it benefits others in an even deeper, more fulfilling way? If you're not sure, let's chat. Let's chat. And maybe you're just like this client of mine, and we might be, I'm sure if we talk, we can definitely find pockets of growth, that you have didn't even consider for your own book or your own story.